So I'm going to share 6 ideas that you can use for massively improving your cash flow. Now, you've heard the expression cash is king. Well, cash is kind of king, queen, and everybody else as well, because businesses don't go bust from a lack of profit. They go bust from a lack of cash. So cash is absolutely the most critical aspect in any business. So these are the things that you need to do to be able to improve your cash flow. So the first thing you need to do is start negotiating terms with suppliers. So when you're ordering things, people always negotiate price. They always discuss how they can get things for less. What they forget to do is to negotiate terms. So for example, if you're spending £50,000 a month on a particular service, every month £50,000 leaves your bank account. If you can negotiate 60 days terms on those same items instead of 30 days terms, then that means the 50 grand that you have this month that was going to go to that supplier doesn't need to go to that supplier anymore. So you effectively kick the can down the road, and that 50 grand effectively stays in the business as improved cash flow. So it's really important to negotiate terms. People often overlook it. And you know what? When salespeople come to sell you stuff, they're obsessed with trying to keep the price up because they're on commission. Quite often it's much easier to negotiate terms from them than it is to negotiate a price decrease. The next thing is to use cash flow metrics. You know, in business, everything measured improves. So it's really important that you have measurements for cash. And cash is typically hiding in your inventory or your stock. It's in your receivables or your debtors or your creditors, which are your payables. So you need to play around with paying suppliers a bit later, getting your customers to pay you a bit earlier, and keeping your inventory at a low level. So you need to use metrics within the business that you measure on a regular basis that control those particular aspects of the business, because metrics are, you can't manage what you can't measure. The next one, get the debt collectors involved earlier. So as soon as businesses get delinquent, as soon as people are late paying you, you should be really coming down on them like a ton of bricks. It's very easy to get lazy or very easy to get scared that you're going to upset these customers. Well, my view is they're not customers if they don't pay you. So why not just get the debt collectors in the moment they go overdue and collect on your debts aggressively. This will also have the side effect of massively improving cash flow. So don't be afraid to collect money from your customers. Like I say, if they don't pay you, they're not your customers. The next one, this is number 4, you need to prioritize your payments. So you need to have a system for paying the business critical items first. Now this sounds really, really simple. It's just basic housekeeping, but you'd be amazed how many companies suffer with what I call the squeaky wheel gets the oil syndrome. In other words, whoever rings up and complains the most gets paid first. So you need to prioritize all of your payments, give them a hierarchy of importance. What's absolutely business critical? What things, if I don't pay them, are going to bring me to a grinding halt? And basically make sure that you pay all of those things first and you don't pay anything else until those ones are paid. So it's just about having some sensible prioritization around the payments that leave your building. Number 5, do payment plans with people. So when you owe somebody some money, agree to pay them over a period of time. So instead of worrying about trying to get all of the money together in one go to make a payment, just ring them up and say, hey, look, I'm going to split this into 3 payments and I'm going to pay you over this period of time. It's actually really disarming. If you owe somebody 30,000 and you agree to pay 10,000 a month for the next 3 months, there's actually not much they can do about it, because if they try and sue you for the 30,000, what are they going to tell the judge? Oh my God, this guy said he was going to pay me in full. What a bastard. No, of course they're not going to be able to do that. The judge would throw that out of court. As long as you've agreed to pay in full and as long as you're working through a payment plan, you can have a massive increase in your cash flow, because instead of having to have that cash going out on day one or saving up to the point where you have it all and then wiping your bank account out, you have payment plans in place with these creditors that you're gradually kind of eating away at. And then final one, number 6, can you get a business charge card for your company? So this is basically a company credit card, except with most company bank accounts, the way it works is a charge card. So effectively, you don't get any long-term credit. You have to pay it off at the end of every month. But effectively, by paying things on the card, it gives you an extra 30 days payment terms on all of your items. Well, I've already talked about negotiating terms with suppliers, so you know how powerful adding that additional 30 days of time to things can be. So just gaining yourself that extra 30 days can be quite powerful. And in some countries, they also have points systems on these charge cards, so you can collect points for air miles or other bits and pieces like that. So, or even cash back in some of them. So you can get extra benefits from using a card for making those payments instead of using cash. And of course, it's interest free as long as you pay it on time. So make sure you pay it on time and just buy yourself that extra 30 days of the cash being in your bank account instead of somebody else's. So hopefully you found that helpful. Cash is king. Make sure you manage cash flow as a priority. It's the thing that's going to save your business, and it's the thing that's going to help you move it forwards. Thank you.